Hey friends, and good morning and happy Wednesday. This is the start of a new vlog. It's hot as heck out here. It's hot as Hades. But I'm having a fun curly hair day, so that's nice. I ended up sending Shakespeare Guy an email with some thoughts and feelings that had been coming up about our breakup / relationship. And I got like a really fucking annoying response email where he basically was just like, yeah, I didn't really want to make you a priority in my life. And that doesn't mean that like you're not worth making a priority, but I just didn't want to. And disregarded a lot of the other things I said, but I'm proud of myself because I'm just like, you know what? This doesn't have anything to do with me. This is about his own emotional limitations. I'm gonna keep it pushing, and I genuinely just feel like sad and sorry for him that he like doesn't have the emotional capacity to integrate his life better with work, with relationships, all of it. It's giving avoidant attachment. It really, really is. And I'm just so fucking over dating men with avoidant attachments who don't know how to do the work, and he's not doing the work. But it's someone's birthday today. It's your birthday, Angel. Petey's turning 6 today. And yeah, he was born March 18th, 2020. Really at the start of the pandy. Yeah, I just took him out to get a pup cup because he is my perfect little boy who's helped me get through so much emotionally. And I'm lucky to be his mom. Anyway, I'm talking to some other people on field. I have a date tomorrow and I have one on Saturday. So your girl's still booked and busy. Hope springs eternal. Hey friends, and a happy Thursday. You guys, the news was just released that Taylor Frankie Paul's season of The Bachelorette was canceled for good reason. Videos have surfaced of her engaging in domestic abuse. I don't condone that behavior, but I'm really bummed. At the same time, both things can be true because I was so excited for another season of The Bachelorette. You guys know I ride so hard for that show. And I have really enjoyed watching Taylor Frankie Paul and Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Again, I don't condone her behavior. But Dakota's a piece of shit too, so no one is blameless in that relationship. But I'm bummed. I was so ready for that season, and I just feel like us Bachelor fans are reeling. Meanwhile, I was supposed to go on a date tonight. He canceled. In the most LA excuse ever, he has to work late on Kanye West's new show because he's like in the music industry. I was like, okay. Not me being canceled because of Kanye. It's giving very Taylor Swift. Then my first client of the day canceled. So I'm just like, there's many a cancellation in the air. There has to be something going on astrologically that's making this the case. But I am like, all right, what am I doing with myself? I don't have another session for another couple of hours. I might go to the grocery store. My apartment is hot AF because it gets so much sun that the AC is kind of like no match for the amount of sun I get in the afternoons. So the afternoons in this apartment are so hot. I ordered some blackout curtains that hopefully will help the situation because I'm like, this is the first big heat wave of the year, and like I'm gonna be no match for the heat this summer at this rate if I don't start making some changes in the cooling infrastructure of my apartment. But anyway, kind of a frustrating start to the day, but we're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep on trucking. That's my motto of life right now, is like, gotta keep it pushing. No other choice. I want to curl up in a ball and cry about every hour, but I'm just like sick of crying over men, sick of crying over life. So we keep going amidst it all. We really do. Hey friends, and happy Saturday afternoon. I am just mentally preparing myself to go on a date in a few minutes. This is with someone from Field. We've been talking for weeks, and finally we're meeting up. We'll see. We shall see. I'll share more afterwards about what it's like. But yeah, I'm just kind of feeling a little bit trampled on by life. I'm just like really still struggling with healing from this breakup. I know it's only been like a week and a couple days, so I'm giving myself patience, or trying to. But yeah, this man just so fucked up my nervous system, unfortunately, that I'm reeling still. No other way to put it. It's unfortunate. So yeah, I'm just, having to cry every night, waking up in the morning depressed as hell. It's hard. It's very hard. I'm hoping this date will be a nice distraction, but man, breakups are so rough. They really are. And you just gotta let time do its healing. That's what I keep telling myself. I've been through hard breakups before. I'm sure I'll go through them again, but yeah, this is just so not for the faint of heart, y'all. It's really hard. Anyway, I also had the AC guy come over this morning, and at first he was gaslighting me, and I was like, sir, that's what we're not gonna do, because don't play me like that. I was like, no, there's definitely something wrong. It's blowing cold air and then hot air, like after a little bit. And he was like, oh, well, I don't really feel that. Like he was like taking the temperature of the air. And I was like, keep checking. Check everything you need to check. And then he went outside and checked the back of it, and he was like, oh, you were right. And I was like, it's almost like Believe Women. So yeah, but then he was like, well, I gotta move this up the chain. I gotta put in a request to replace the AC. And I was like, do what you need to do, sir. But I just didn't like his attitude when he first got here. I really didn't like that. I was like, what do you think? I just want to wait hours on a Saturday morning for someone to come over and check this? Twiddling my thumbs. It was as you give me an hour window between 10 and 2. I had to move a hair appointment for this, sir. I'm not making shit up. Anyway, my blackout curtains are supposed to come today, so I pray those make a little bit of a difference. And I'd love to know when they're going to replace this thing. Because it's not up to task. It's not up to code in this heat wave right now. And Petey and I are suffering. So anyway, gonna finish getting ready for this date, and then I will catch up with you later and tell you how it goes. Oh, we're going to get coffee at Commissary in Burbank. So no one's surprised, one of the usual spots. Oh my God, you guys. That date was so fucking boring. I actually can't cope with how boring that date was. The second I even entered his physical space, I was like, I'm not attracted to you. You have a weird odor to you. Like, I just think his natural musk was like negatively interacting with my olfactory senses. And our conversation was like pulling fucking teeth. This man, I could count on one hand the number of questions he asked me. I was conducting a full hour and 45-minute fucking job interview with this man. Literally coming up with questions in parts of my brain that I didn't even know were online. Like, I was scraping the bottom of the barrel for questions to ask this man, just to keep us from descending into long silences, which we did, by the way, even with my efforts to keep the conversation going. It was treacherous. It was diabolical. I do not know how this man dates, because he's like married and polyamorous and like apparently goes on dates. And I'm like, how? You are dead fucking weight, my guy. And I have no idea if he was like interested in me at all, because I just felt like I was conducting a job interview. And I'm like, you gotta put in some work, my guy. You gotta do something. Lift a fucking finger. Why don't you? So you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna go and get another coffee to treat myself for the pain that I just went through and had to endure. And then I'm gonna go to Caroline's and bitch to her about it. And this week has been hard, you guys. This week has been really fucking hard. I'm like a little bit at the end of my rope, and I'm like trying not to cry, but I'm just like, it is fucking rough out here. Hey team, good morning. Just made it to my 9 a.m. coffee date. My hair's looking crazy. I took it out of some French braids this morning. Wish me luck. I'm wearing the exact same outfit I was wearing yesterday, and it's at the exact same coffee shop. So I hope the people who work there, if they are the same as yesterday, do not judge me. You know what? It's rough out in these streets. You gotta do what you gotta do. So wish me luck. Alrighty, hair is done and it's really cute. I had a different woman do it today, Rowena, but I think she slayed. The color is still coloring. So my date, hold on, I gotta get this AC going. My date was pretty good. He was cute enough. We had a cute little makeout. Conversation was good. Honestly, like, it's so nice to not have to pull teeth to have a conversation. Honestly, I feel like he was asking me more questions than I was asking him, which was honestly very refreshing after yesterday's fiasco. So yeah, it was like a B+, A- as dates go. Yeah, I would say. And then randomly today, I was just chatting with someone on Field and managed to schedule a date for tonight. So your girl is booked and busy. Gotta flex this new haircut. So I think you're all caught up. I'm gonna go home, probably chill and vibe with Petey. Gotta take him for a walk because he's crossing his furry little legs, and then dinner, and then get ready for my second date of the day. Woo! Oh, I forgot to mention, it was like so weird when I was getting my haircut. This woman came in and she was like talking very loudly about physician-assisted suicide and how she was thinking about like helping her father with brain cancer end his life, and her hairdresser was just like along for the ride, like listening, asking questions. She was like showing the hairdresser articles about it, and I was like, whoa, I mean, I'm an open book, but I don't know if I'm that much of an open book. Like, I don't know if I'd be telling my hairdresser about that sort of thing, but props to her. I'm glad it's legal in California, as she was letting us know. But yeah, that was just, I was getting an earful of that. I was like, whoa, okay, we're really going there. Love that for a Sunday afternoon at the hair salon. Hello and happy Wednesday evening. I'm going to a date. I feel dead inside, but I'm going to a date. It's with a girl. She seems perfectly lovely. I'm just really weary of dates. I went on one last night. I went on one on Sunday night. Both of them were painfully mid. I'm not feeling attracted to anyone right now. I'm in the grips of heartbreak about this breakup. And this has been a hard week. I'll share more tomorrow when I check in with you guys, but I'm just like really depressed. Like, no other way around it. My hair looks good. That's a plus. Yeah, but I'm just kind of like on the struggle bus. So send thoughts and prayers, send well wishes. I'm planning my birthday trip in June, so that's something to look forward to right now. And that's kind of like what I'm holding on to right now. It's kind of like the the beacon of hope. And I'm doing a swimply this weekend with the girls. So we're renting a pool, and that's another thing I'm looking forward to. I'm literally just having to like list things I'm looking forward to kind of get me through hour to hour right now. Yeah, it's kind of that kind of situation. So I'm gonna stop blabbing and go to this bar that we're meeting at, and hopefully it's just like a good conversation. That's like all I'm looking for tonight. Last night's date, was once again 20 questions, job interview. I was racking my brain for things to talk about and ask him, and I just can't do that again tonight. Like, please, please, please. I hope this girl knows how to ask questions. So we can only hope. All right, I'll talk to you later. Hello, friends. Happy Thursday afternoon. I promised we'd do a little catch up, and let's do a little catch up because I have not had the emotional energy, honestly, to turn on the camera in the last few days because I've just been so in the grips of this fucking breakup. But like, look how cute my apartment looks. Like, can you even believe? I'm literally obsessed. And if you can see, I got new curtains. They're like a sage green. I'm gonna try to steam them today because I just got a steamer. I didn't have one of those. Stanley Steamers gets carpets cleaner. If you lived on the East Coast, you probably remember that. Or maybe it was global. I mean, national. You probably remember that little commercial. But anyway, yeah, I've just been kind of down bad crying at the gym by Taylor Swift. Yeah, this breakup is like frying me. Like, I'm very depressed. So, but I wanted to catch you up on my dates. So let's go back in time to Sunday night. It was Sunday. Okay. Sunday night was this man who called himself Jack on Field. That did not turn out to be his name. And I'm kind of like, why are we making up these alternate egos, friends? It was so far from his name, it wasn't even funny. But anyway, he, in his photos, managed to kind of like obscure the top of his head in all of them. And he said in his profile that he was doing that for confidentiality reasons. So I was like, okay. No, it turns out that he was obscuring the top of his head because, do you want to guess why? He's bald. He's completely bald, not a hair on his head. So I'm like, first of all, we're starting off on a disingenuous foot because you're obscuring the top of your head, but then not telling us the real reason why, which is you're self-conscious about being bald. And you know what? We love a bald baddie. Honestly, I don't think it's like a total deal breaker, but his deception about it was an immediate red flag. We have like a decent conversation. He's relatively cute. I wasn't like feeling the sparks, but I was like, I would go on a second date with him. He was like a little bit boring, but like he knew how to ask a question. He's like in finances, and so his whole job just kind of went over my head, and I was kind of thinking like, I don't know that we have a lot in common, but like, I'd go on a second date and maybe sleep with him. At the end of the date, he walks me to my car. He gives me like the quickest hug goodbye known to man. And you guys, he turns around and runs away. He runs. Now, he's been perfectly friendly and like flirty the whole night, and then he gave me a hug and ran away. So I was like, it was kind of like that SpongeBob episode, Am I Ugly? Where he has onion breath and he thinks that everyone is scared of his ugly visage. So that was disheartening. Then Monday night, was it Monday night that I went on another day? Monday or Tuesday, I went on a date with someone who was socially not adept. We'll say that. He just like could not really carry on a conversation. He barely asked me any questions. He was cute. Like, that was the thing. I was like, dude, you're cute. Like, you have all the elements to be a good date. But I was like exhausted trying to carry on this conversation with him. No, it was on Tuesday night. And I know that because I just had therapy and cried a lot. And so I like wiped my tears and was kind of like, is my face crazy puffy? And yeah, he was just so mid, you guys. Like, he smelled really good. That was like his biggest redeeming quality. But there was a couple to my right at this bar, and I wanted to like join their conversation. They were both loud talkers, so I was kind of like, you guys seem like you're having more fun than we are. And you know, when you're kind of comparing yourself to other conversations in the bar, it's not good. Anyway, I said I'd see him again because I was like, he's cute. Like, we see potential there, but he's half-baked. And he lives part-time in San Diego anyway, so I don't really think he's like... he doesn't seem to have a clue. The guy doesn't seem to have a clue. He just seemed kind of all over the place. Anyway, yesterday had another kind of depressive time. And then my date with the girl was actually good, you guys. It was actually very good. We really hit it off. We were kikiing so hard. We were hooting and hollering, a lot of laughs. Never a dull moment in the conversation, unlike the guy from Tuesday night. Really never a dull moment. We had such a good banter. And I did think she was cute. Like, I was attracted to her. So we'll honestly see where that goes. But this is the thing that's so hard, is like in the moment when I'm on these dates, for the most part, I'm like pretty present. The second the date is over, I'm like still in my heartbreak bag so hard. And so that's difficult. And I've kind of come to the decision that I'm gonna step off of field for a hot sec, because I kind of thought like, oh, if I just like meet someone new, it'll like help me get over Shakespeare guy. I don't really think that's happening right now, at least. So I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna keep talking to the girl. I'm gonna keep talking to the music producer guy from a few weeks ago, because I genuinely did enjoy him enough. I'm gonna keep talking to the guy from Sunday morning. And I'm just gonna stop trying to find new people. And if all three of those connections peter out, that's honestly okay with me. It will not be a loss, because I do just think I need to take a break to just like let myself be sad and grieve and let that be okay. So that's where we're at. All right, let's wrap things up. I'm going to go to San Fernando Coffee Company, shocker, and do a little paperwork, and then I might go to Trader Joe's. But in any case, I will catch up with you later. Oh, and this morning I booked our girls' trip to Palm Springs for my birthday, which is something I'm very much looking forward to. So hopefully there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm so tired of feeling sad and depressed. My eye is twitching like crazy. I don't know if you've been able to see it in the course of me talking, but when I'm in sessions with clients, I literally feel it like twitch, 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 twitch. I don't know, is this a breakup eye twitch? Maybe. But I will catch up with you guys later. I'm sitting outside the coffee shop. I was just very productive. I'm very proud of myself. But there's a couple sitting outside. I'm talking quietly so they don't hear me. I don't think there's any chance they could hear me, but whatever. And the girl is crying, and the guy's just sitting there looking dumb. And I can just tell he's defending himself. And I can just tell she's in the right. And I'm like, girl, let me help you. Let me fuck him up with you. I just know I'm on your side. I don't even need to know what this argument is about. But I ride for my girls, so I hope they work it out. Or I hope she comes out the victor. Well, friends, I'm back home after a long day co-working with Caroline, because she's a therapist too, so we had a little co-working day. I worked in her bedroom, she worked in her guest bedroom. We saw clients, and then we watched the Call Her Daddy interview with Jesse Draper from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. That was appointment viewing. We've been looking forward to watching that all week. And what did we learn from that? Well, we learned that Jordan's a piece of shit, but we already knew that. He's such a joke, and I hope she leaves him broke as a joke. I hope that prenup does its thing, you know? Anyway, freedom for my girl Jessie. She's a Gemini, and we love to see Geminis fly free. I haven't cried. Oh, no, I did. I had a little check-in with my therapist earlier today where I had a brief cry, but honestly, only like one tear was shed. So I think so far post-breakup, this is the day I've maybe cried the least. So that was a big win. And I'm booked and busy intentionally this weekend to just kind of like keep morale high and spirits high. So tomorrow night, Caroline and I are going to see Forbidden Fruits. Lily Reinhardt's new movie that she produced and stars in, and then Swimply on Sunday with the girls. So yeah, I'm trying to keep spirits high, but I think I'm going to close the vlog out here. Thanks for coming along with me on this one as I survived this heat wave and, you know, tried to survive this breakup. Every day is getting maybe 0.5% easier. It gets easier, but it never gets easy. That's a Jason Isbell line, and I think it applies to a lot of situations in life, and it's certainly applying to this one. So I'm going to close the vlog out here. Next up, we'll have a weekend vlog, and thank you as ever for coming along with me on this one. I know it's not been the cheeriest, but this is a week in my life. This is the reality of heartbreak, so we're just riding the wave together. Thanks for coming along. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.